Hello and welcome to this week's video email, What Pizza Taught Me About Musical Learning. It started as a simple song about making pizza. As is usual with all my song creations, they grow organically from suggestions the children make themselves. It happened in just this way when we created a song together called Pizza. To mirror natural speech rhythm, the emphasis sat clearly on the P and the Z stretched across the beat, creating gentle syncopation. As pizza. We added actions to match, rolling the dough, pouring the tomato juice on, sprinkling the cheese, and we aligned that all to the pulse. And then something interesting began to happen. After each pizza, there were a couple of beats of silence. At first, the children simply held the space. Then, gradually, they began to clap the pulse in those gaps. And after a while, they changed it. The claps became rhythms, simple at first, then more complex, with the children experimenting in their own ways. It would have been very easy to keep the song exactly as it was, to maintain the original structure, and to keep everything together and predictable. But something far more valuable was happening. The children were no longer simply following the music, they were shaping it. As I mentioned last week, this is a moment that often comes after the early stages of instrumental exploration. Once children understand a movement creates a sound, they begin to ask, what happens if I change it? And when they do, we see the beginnings of something important, agency. In the pizza song, the structure gave just enough space for this to happen. The rests, after the word pizza, became invitations. The pulse became something to hold or play with, and the children began to fill those spaces with their own musical ideas, not because they were asked to, but because they could. And then a further development happened. The song didn't just stay within the music sessions, it travelled into the role play corner, into imaginary kitchens, into the children's own self-directed play. They were singing it independently, adapting it, reshaping it, and making it their own. And often we can see this is in their instrumental and musical learning journey. It starts to deepen because moments like this aren't just about rhythm, they're also about influence. A child changes something and the music changes with them. Of course, not every musical moment needs to unfold like this. Sometimes music is simply about shared energy and enjoyment. But when children do begin to alter rhythms, fill spaces, or experiment with patterns, it offers us something to notice. A shift from participation to ownership. And this connects back to something I touched on last week. In order for children to change sound intentionally, they need clarity. They need to feel that their actions reliably create something that they can control, repeat, and adapt. Without a clear link between movement and sound, those magical moments of shaping the music themselves become harder for children to access. But when the conditions are right, even a simple song can become something much more open, more responsive, more shared. Perhaps this week we could all connect with our sense of wonder as we pay attention to how children fill their spaces creatively. I think we'd learn a lot. Many thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.